Alrighty, guys. We're fixing to get a little bit different, a little bit weird here tonight with the Sylvania Busch Light Series, as they will be contesting only their second race on the dirt with the Busch cars. Jordan Walker, last time out when we hit in Knoxville, he led every single lap in dominant fashion, winning that race. Starting on the front row tonight alongside John Brinker. These pair will likely be needing a win here to move on to the next round in the playoffs. Fresh off of Talladega last night, Braden Hunt, with his win, is locked in and moved on to the round of 10. However, Daniel Paulus alongside him is not locked in. Al Bunch neither is locked in. He would love to get some more points or even a win here tonight. Starts alongside Clarence Bonner. Trevor Walker had a rough Talladega. Going to look to recoup and get as many points here tonight alongside Bella Fawn. Then we got Jack Davis and Lucas Holmes. Josh Harrison and Nadak Hagam. Matthew Fastnot and Tyler Landa. Adam Starr and Brian DeBlanc. Adam Gerberforian and Kellen Oakley. Taden Berggren and Logan Nagy. Andrew Moger and Craig Busch. James King and Kat Durham. Zach Armstrong and Luis Rodriguez. Riley Sorrell Tracy and Lynn Farrell. Tom Cording and Justin Patrick. Santi Messi and Ethan Creech. Gavin Legend and Fred Jones. And then a championship contender in James Fireball Roberts starting at the very tail end of the field. I know the schedule said 300 laps in distance, but we're going to go a little bit shorter here tonight. On the dirt at Bristol, only 250 laps. We went a little extra on Talladega, and we're going a little shorter here at Bristol. Nonetheless, it should be good racing. We should have some good action and competition on track here. Dirt Bristol is underway. Second dirt race in the Sylvania Busch Light Series. Jordan Walker off to the early lead. Many people don't want to see that because we all know from Knoxville earlier this year that he could lead every single lap if he wanted to. Brinker fighting on the outside. Looks like Brinker's going to lead the lap that time by. A little bit of muscle on the outside line. Brinker would be a huge win here tonight if he pulls it off and locks his way into the round of 10. That would make for two of the most unexpected winners in the playoffs here, as no one would have given Braden Hunt much of a chance at Talladega. And man, if Brinker does it tonight, that would be part two of nothing that anyone had expected here in the playoffs. Brinker actually settling into the lead now as he gets by Jordan Walker. And now he's going to cruise out front leading some laps. There are quite a few of the title contenders that had a heavy hit at Talladega. Jordan Walker here in second, especially one of them, had a mechanical failure and was mired way back at the back of the field, finishing outside the top 30 at Talladega. And he currently sits on the bubble line with 17 points, only 3 points above Adam Starr, who is in an elimination spot in the playoffs. Sitting second here so far, he's going to capitalize and make max points that he can possibly get. And it will push, it'll force Adam Starr's hand to have an even better day to get out of the bottom three in the final 13 here. John Brinker just barely made the playoffs, and With his dismal run at Talladega last week, he's 3 points is not going to get him much of anywhere. So he is truly in a must-win scenario if things continue to run the way they're running. As you saw there on pit road was Braden Hunt, evidently having some troubles with the car early on in this one. Good thing that he's locked in from Talladega, and perhaps that's a little bit of why he's taking it easy and pulling down pit road with nothing to lose. Looks like Al Bunch making some moves here, getting up to third as he gets by Daniel Paulus. Right now they're playing follow the leader with John Brinker, though. Here comes Al Bunch as he's bulldozing his way through the field, getting up alongside John Brinker. Holy cow, he's on a run. That 8 car is shot out of a cannon as he blows by to take the lead here from John Brinker early on in the running. Only 15 laps into this one. Following behind was Daniel Paulus getting up to the front here. It's a little bit more like it from Al Bunch. This is kind of the Al Bunch we've expected to see all season. It's been hit or miss lately as he's struggled to get that car running right, and it seems like it's running right tonight. Jordan Walker getting back up to second here as he is now in a fight with the 9. Good run there from Bella Fawn up to 4th right now. You don't often see her with a good run at the front of the field, but this could be a impressive finish here for her tonight if she can hold on to where she's running. Al Bunch Incorporated running 1-2. Not for long though, as Trevor Ventures, or rather Jaw Drop Motorsports for Jordan Walker. Oh, and here we go. Jordan Walker getting inside the 8 car. And I do believe that Al Bunch has got a fight here on his hands. That's so weird. We saw John Brinker off with the early lead here, and he's fallen way out, fallen out of obscurity of the field. All the way back, and he's still dropping back to 22nd. So not what he wants to see. Evidently there's something a little wonky with the car in the later run here that's forcing him to lose positions left and right. Yep, Braden Hunt running 35th right now. After winning Talladega, it's a good thing because he's going to have a rough go of it here at Bristol Dirt. Al Bunch actually kind of stretching it away here from that lead pack. As you can see, there's 5 cars grouped together, but Al Bunch all alone up front. Three wide back there as Taden Bergeron down on the inside. Looks like Taden might be fighting to get into second place here. And Taden's one of those drivers that'll love to get a win. He won't need it as bad as a driver like Adam Starr, Matthew Fastnot, or John Brinker. But looking good so far and fighting for the lead against Al Bunch. 3 wide with the guys behind him. Good racing action here. As you can see, they are keeping it clean and racing hard. Nearly 3 wide for the lead, getting close to it. 65 of Lucas Holmes, also another one of those championship contenders. So we got 4 drivers here fighting for a win, and all 4 of them will benefit from that win. Taden's giving it a whole lot of gas there on the inside line, but Al Bunch just a little bit faster. Ooh, and there was a bump there from Lucas Holmes, as now they are 3 wide for the lead. Taden's got to back off there for a minute and recoup. As you can see, they've caught the tail end of the lead lap cars. And John Brinker right there, one of them. Sadly, Brinker went from leading this race to about to go the first car 1 lap down. That's not Braden Hunt. Lucas Holmes on the inside making the pass. Lucas Holmes to the lead. Taden Bergeron up to second. Al Bunch getting stuck behind that lap traffic. Now Al Bunch is going to have to figure it out, get back in a groove, and try to take the lead back. Lucas Holmes, with his Talladega run the other night, had a great finish there. So Holmes is looking like he could potentially get points enough to point his way through to the next round with a good finish here tonight, even if he doesn't win. Taden Bergeron also kind of in the same wheelhouse. Taden would have to win or get more than that to be extra safe, but both drivers had a good Talladega, and both drivers yet again tonight having good run here. Sadly for John Brinker, the boost of energy to start the race petered out pretty quickly, and he's going to be looking at maintaining his 13th place in the playoffs with only next week's 1 race to determine it all. Chopping it down to the round of 10, we're going to hit the Indianapolis road course, and we better see some of our road course ringers kicking it in gear, because that's going to be where they want to get their win. driver like John Brinker hasn't had as much success at the road courses, so it'll take a miracle at the Indianapolis road course to get him in. Already 40 laps through this one, and we've seen some good racing action at the front of the field. 3 of the title contenders duking it out. It looks like our 4th title contender dropping off the pace, Jordan Walker, a little bit further out of the picture there. Must be struggling in the long run. Al Bunch making some aggressive moves there, and it looks like he's going to use this lap car to his advantage, use it as a pick. Yep, there you go. Al Bunch back to the lead here. Lucas Holmes and Taden Bergeron running 2nd and 3rd. Taden making a move for 2nd. We've been caution free through the first 50 some laps. No retirements yet. Last week's winner, yesterday's winner at Talladega, Braden Hunt, is 2 laps down, and then we've got a few other drivers that have just gone 1 lap down. John Brinker making a pit stop, and we can check and see maybe that's 2 strategy. Perhaps John Brinker is expecting this race to go without a caution, and we did see that with the last race at Knoxville where it went 300 laps without a caution. That kind of puts pit strategy into effect, and perhaps John Brinker wants to play the strategy game here to try and win it. The only way that strategy is going to pay off is if we don't get any wrecks and it stays caution free for the entire 250 lap event. And there's no telling, we might just see that too. The only gauge that really have to go off of was Knoxville with these guys. And crazy as it was green to green, led every lap. The funny part, Jordan Walker, even during pit stops, I'm going to take a break from what I was talking about, and a championship contender's blowing up here. Lucas Holmes, see the severity, 90% damage to the engine, so that's a mechanical failure that is going to retire him from the race here today. And it's going to dig him a big hole going into the Indianapolis road course to try and make it to the next round of the playoffs. Luckily, he was able to secure quite a fair amount of points at Talladega, so it may not be as dire going to the road course, but it's not going to be great. He'll probably get towards the bubble zone, and we'll have to have a good finish and hope for no surprise winner at the road course. So, like I was saying, Braden Hunt or Jordan Walker at the last race led all 300 laps, 300 even with pit stops, green flag pit stops. He'd come down pit road. And he'd come down pit road last so that he could come out of the pits and maintain that lead. It was by far one of the most dominant performances this year in the Busch Series. And very rarely will you ever see something like that again. The only thing that came close to that was last year when we had Tim Cording dominate at the Chili Bowl and lead every lap there in the USA Trucks. Obviously tonight we haven't had that happen because we've had the lead change hands numerous times already. Al Bunch holding that lead right now. Lost a contender in the fight for the win with Lucas Holmes blowing up. Suffered a camshaft failure. That leaves us with 34 cars left running. We got a bit of three-wide action here with Taden Bergen on the outside. We have still remained caution-free through the first 70 laps of this one. We do start to see more people dipping down pit road to take their one pit stop here in the race. Very strategic, as they will, what time they pit now will allow them to run to the rest all the way to the finish. We saw John Brinker as one of the first few to pit. Even Braden Hunt pitted way early, and I never thought that that was strategy, but perhaps that was strategy on Braden Hunt's part to come down road, get enough fuel, because they could almost make it about 240 laps here. The only problem with pitting as early as Braden Hunt did is if he went for fresh tires, those tires are going to be wore out by the 240th lap. So still staying out there leading all these laps right now is Al Bunch. The longer that Al Bunch stays out there, the slower the laps he's going to end up running. As you can see, he's already 2 seconds off his fastest lap. 19 seconds up to a 21-second lap. All these people that are pitting are getting fresher tires most likely and running faster laps. But even then, it looked like he improved on that lap, so it's not like he's consistently slow on every lap. hairy situation there as he gets stuck behind the 34 of Belafon, who, believe it or not, is running third in this race. So Al Bunch has lapped every car up to third place right now, but that's only because we got green flag pit stops happen. And since those green flag pit stops are happening, Al Bunch still would have to pit right now, and it would shuffle people back onto the lead lap. And Al Bunch really is not showing any signs of pitting here. He's about to put some people 2 laps down, all the way up to 6th place. So, very interesting scenario as Belafon, believe it or not, was 2nd place after someone else pitted. So he is on a lap of his own. Al Bunch would benefit hugely from a caution here if he got it. He would be the only car on the lead lap. We will need him to make his pit stop ASAP to get this field sorted back out. Well, there goes any strategy out the window that I was talking Braden Hunt, as he's down pit road yet again. Another car blowing up, Andrew Moger in the 64. The Sylvania Busch Light Series seems to be the attrition series amongst all 3 top tier series that I host. The trucks are helter-skelter based on drivers. You never know what you're going to get with the RNG of driver ratings. Then here in the Busch Series, you just get blown up cars left and right. Our Cup Series, it just kind of, it's the best of both combined together, I'd say. With a little bit of a hectic mix with the drivers and minimal mechanical failures in the Cup Series, but you still see it once in a while. So that was a piston failure for Andrew Moger. And we're still going to watch really closely here to see if Al Bunch is going to pit soon. He's going to have to, or else he's going to stay out and wait for a caution. And then the race will be all but his at that point. Well, with the green flag pit stops and everything cycled out, Al Bunch did pit and he wound up losing a lap. And even worse than that, he suffered a clutch failure. Let's see if that was perhaps the reason for the caution here. That's going to make things much more difficult for him. Yeah, that's what it looks like it is. It was a clutch failure, blown up, failed clutch as he was running 14th, one lap down. He wasn't able to make it back down pit road, so when he stalls on track here, that's ultimately what brings out the caution. When you see the lights come on, it was because the number 8 car stalls completely on track, bringing out the first caution of the race with 100 laps to go. So Al Bunch's day went from worse to terrible after those green flag pit stops. And man, the playoff picture keeps getting more and more hazy the further we go along. So gonna get a restart here at least. $100 laps to go, down to 98 laps to go. Adam Starr on the outside in a definitive must-win position. Takes the lead away. And now just has to hold it. "12 cars left on the lead lap here, and you're looking at the lead pack. 4 championship contenders in the top 5, where we've got Adam Starr, Jordan Walker, Taden Bergeron, and Trevor Walker all in the top 5. Matthew Fastnot up to 10th. That's a good run for him. It'll help keep his playoff hopes alive. Down to 58 laps to go, and Trevor Walker leading over Jordan Walker, as well as Daniel Paulus. But however, Adam Gerberian running strong in the Red Bull, number 14 Dodge. So we've got some interesting faces at the front of the field in this one in the closing laps. Yet again, like Talladega, we have had a lot of championship contenders flail here at Bristol this time around. As you can see, the 8 of Al Bunch is going to end up using just about all of his bonus points, being the regular season champion like he was, having another rough day here. Going to finish 33rd along with the 65. The 65 of Lucas Holmes, who is likely going to have a good run next week at the road course. Daniel Paulus with a good run on the inside of Adam here. Santi Messi is in the mix. I stand corrected. He is 28th, couple laps down, so not in the mix is Santi Messi. Good side-by-side racing for the lead, as Adam Gerberian currently holds that position. Other championship contenders with a good run today, it looks like. Taden Berggren, of course, in 7th there. Brian DeBlank in 9th. Adam Starr in 8th, so good run from him. Matthew Fastnot holding on to the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap in 12th. Decent run for him. Other than that, most of your other contenders not having as great of a day. .48 laps to go now. Still got some good side-by-side racing for the lead position here. Daniel Paulus would be a win and he's in situation. Adam Gerberian simply just trying to take wins away from the championship contenders as he's out of the playoffs. Still having a good run here today and would love to get a win before his season's over. No concrete plans put in place for the second half of the year for Adam Gerberian, as the Busch Series is going to take the half year off after this. We'll focus all of our resources into the USA Trucks doing the East-West Divisional Championship battle. And a lot of these Busch drivers are actually going to head over to the Truck Series this summer. There's going to be a lot of all-star seats available in the USA truck, so perhaps Adam Gerber-Forian will get another opportunity like he's done before to race some of the all-star trucks. Seems that the 09 of Fast Not pitted, so now he's gone another lap down. A lot of folks coming down pit road later in the running on this one. I don't think those are scheduled pit stops though, as most of these drivers should be able to make it all the way to the finish without another pit stop. Well, it seems like everyone's making one final pit stop. Perhaps the dirt is a little bit rougher on these tires towards the end of the race, that everyone's having to come down and get fresh rubber. Very surprising, as I thought that everyone was going to be able to make it to the rest of the way without any more pit stops. This could shake things up pretty crazy here in the end of this one. Keep an eye here on Brian DeBlank for a minute, as he's one lap down in 11th. Everyone's still waiting on the 44 and the 9 to get cycled out of the lead there. Brian DeBlank one lap down, now up to 9th. Logan Nagy with the lead will still have to pit here, evidently. And there we go. We got Logan Nagy coming down pit road now, so that should cycle Mr. Forian, Adam Gerber-Forian, back to the lead once they get all the way around the track. Adam Gerber-Forian holds the lead over the 99 of Clarence Bonner, the 21 of Trevor Walker, and the 9 of Daniel Paulus. Officially now, he will take the lead back as Nagy is rolling out of pit road. And we still got 33 laps to go in this one. Jordan Walker on a tear, getting on the inside of the 48 car. Lap down traffic of Luis Rodriguez. Both the Walker brothers still in the mix here. As you can see, Trevor Walker back there in 4th. Jordan getting side by side with the lead. Fighting Adam Gerber-Forian here. Looks like he's going to take the lead away for a brief moment, and then it'll lose it down the backstretch. Still very good racing here, and we only have 25 laps to go now. Down to 21 laps to go here. That secondary pack's not too far behind. If there's a little bit of lap traffic, they could get into the mix with it for the win here. Jordan Walker with the advantage now, going down the front straight, using the lap car to his advantage. It looks like he's going to get by Adam Gerber-Forian here and take the lead away. As the secondary group struggling behind them to catch back up. Jordan Walker with a win would get himself out of the bubble spot where he sits right now. Would be a huge victory tonight if he can pull this off. He's still got a very hungry Adam Gerber-Forian behind him. Would love to get at least one win on the season before their season is over. Down to 15 laps to go, and this is going to start clipping away pretty quickly. As you can see, Jordan Walker is definitely walking away with the lead now, as Forian is struggling behind. to even catch back up. Officially down to only about 10 laps to go now. And as you can see, Brian DeBlank makes some moves late in the running here, getting by a few more cars for position. He could get up as high as second on field here. Third place, Daniel Paulus in second place, Adam Gerber-Forian right in front of him. Currently sitting in fourth. Brian DeBlank's looking to try and point his way in through the rounds. Could potentially become one of the few drivers without a win that's really got a huge advantage on the rest of the field. The only problem with that is you're not going to get that bonus once you move on to the next round. Everyone else with wins, poles, they're going to carry their playoff points from round to round. And Brian DeBlank will maintain a goose egg if he doesn't get a win or some poles here and there. Which just means that the stakes are higher and the difficulty harder. Brian DeBlank is definitely stepping up to the plate and delivering for his team there in the number 61 Audi. Top 4, top 5, top 10 finishes, it's all good for him. Six laps to go now. Jordan Walker is totally walking away from the rest of them. Biggest battle is right here at the moment with Brian DeBlank now making a move on third place. This will put him up to third. Adam Gerber-Forian in front of him. Now all Brian DeBlank's going to have to hope for is the number 10 to potentially blow up. If the 10 car blows up in the lead, then Brian DeBlank would be sitting on a win here at Bristol. DeBlank had a win stolen from him at a short track earlier this year where he was leading. Car ran out of fuel on the last lap, and he was able to shake the car and pick up a little bit of extra gas to finish the race and came home third. But it should have, could have, and would have been a win had there not been that mechanical failure on the last lap for him. Yet again today, it's not going to be his time to get to victory lane, as he's going to have to make up 3 seconds in 2 laps to catch up to Jordan Walker, who's cruising away with this one. 3 laps to go. If there's a little bit of luck, he can maybe catch the 10 car. Down to the white flag lap, final lap here. Lap 250 of 250. It ain't gonna be enough for Brian DeBlank to catch up. Jordan Walker gonna win his way into the round of 10 here today. Good finish there from Brian DeBlank. Adam Gerber-Forian. Taden Berggren's gonna gain some more points and stay alive Daniel Paulus looks good, is going to keep his playoff run going. Trevor Walker well improved from his Talladega run, as well as Adam Starr with a top 10 finish. Braden Hunt definitely counting his lucky stars that he got that win the other night, because he did not have a good showing here at Bristol. And next time that we come to you live with the Busch Series, it's going to be an elimination race. We already know for a fact that Braden Hunt and Jordan Walker have won their way into the next round of the playoffs. Are we going to see another driver win their way in once we go to the road course in Indianapolis? "15 races down. We only got 8 races to go here in the Busch Series. And ultimately, congratulations to Jordan Walker on securing the win here tonight at the Dirt Bristol. And that's a wrap for us here tonight in the Sylvania Busch Light Series. Glad you guys could tune in. We'll be back at you live with the Cup race next, and then following week we'll have a doubleheader with the trucks to be followed by the elimination race for the Busch Series. So the doubleheader trucks will end in an elimination for the trucks, and then an elimination one single race for Busch next week. As you can see, we kind of have it alternating between double headers. The double header this week for Busch, and then the double header next week for truck. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the race here at Bristol tonight, and we'll see you on the next one.